Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was. He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind. He understands you've returned to face Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find peace.
Come toward the light.
Slow down. Why would you rush in?
When you see what you want, why wait?
Well, what about being careful?
Pah! Poppycock! Full speed ahead!
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica station, as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit. So you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough. It's not that it won't keep your head above the surface, but it needs improving to carry you across the thick goo out by the Porky Puff. Such a bright day to wander around in. Emissive. Right where it cuts. Biohazard like that can make you real sick. Watch it. First. That hurt 'em. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. This won't be a field trip. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out. There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. You just need to find the right spots. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. That's where he bobs. Gulp refuses to move from that barge, despite the fact it makes him burf. Goop's not sure, though, if it's the surf sickness or the radium syrup that causes it. Every day comes with a new chance to save the world. Welcome to the Surf Archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo. You're poking around Pokbur, a prime village. Pow! Right in the face. Let's see. Says the tribe Sifu sent them here to help defend against the rival tribe that's been terrorizing their village. Isn't sure how long the village will last if it continues. As if the plague ruining the land and destroying the crops wasn't enough to bring the village to its knees already. That's what they call the blight that's been haunting the land since the old world ended in the apocalypse around here. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. They need your protection and help to restore their village. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. They need your protection and help to restore their village. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Says good on you for meeting Goop. Says talking to you was interesting. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Understands you have other places you need to go. Peddler is eager for you to have a look at the wares. Says the place is in high demand, so no wonder you're eager to get down to business. Time for another day to begin. Any plans for what to make? Just so eager to slice things up. Wood scrap's great for building things. Vroom, vroom. Rev it up and let it fly. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink. He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, or guesses he does, but it's a long life in a wild world. Sometimes he's shaken, not stirred. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder, so you know you want to. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead. Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world fixed up a bit. Respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow. Sees why you joined up with the Myriad. They like a peaceful drink, just like you. Says he sells them drinks. They mostly suck them down on their own. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The glugmocker, nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up. Says that's what gives your internals such a great glow. He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surfipelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. They're better at floating than flapping, so you should be able to net a few without growing yourself a pair of wings. Gulp tells you to not forget those quacks. Let's see. See, it turns surf into a highway. Don't know what that e-waste was. Hold on to that. Got it. Don't stay too long. Who knows what lies beneath? Steady there. Locked. Well, that was disappointing. Feels electric. Disgusting. biohazard. Just gross. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Next time, bring a life preserver. Time to disembark. That's enough quacks to sustain the Googlide flipper with infinite ammunition. Goop says he was there when the Porky Puff took Out-of-Date's leg, so this World Eater has made it personal. After that, Out-of-Date started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the plan on how to best make a stand against the World Eaters, and it wasn't by foot. He seems happy to talk. You need to help Goop defeat the Porky Puff before it destroys the southeast route. Congratulates you for making the world a better place, the way we all should. Has plenty to do, so no worries. He seems happy to talk. Hopes to see you again soon. It's time to create your own path. Control your destiny, or someone else will. Carving it up. On your own again. Check out that e-waste. That's a good find. It's a rare sight. Treasure it. Wildlife here is teetering on the brink of extinction. We all are. The meat eater again. Nothing seems to satiate his hunger. The goat is done for unless you intervene. Gotta hurt. It's a ride, not a friend, right? This is a quarrel spot. So many wars have been fought over this patch of dirt. What a waste. That wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. See where the goo takes you. What a wild ride. This is Hobbydunk, a homey little village. Let's see. Ooh, there's some rubber scrap for you. Heard you were a somber kid and is glad you crawled out of... The hours fly by in the dark. Wood scrap, the one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. on your own 2 feet? Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. Has no doubt you've earned the trust and support of this village. Actions speak louder than words. You did good here. Is always willing to listen. You did good here. Deepened your pockets. Nice not to have that around anymore. A pleasure do business. Time to get a move on before all your chances slip on by.